Hello students. So here are we already began the lesson industries, in which yesterday we saw the IT field, information technology, its importance, its scope and many more. Today let us go further and see that what is corporate social responsibility. We know that as industrialists, industries are providing income sources for the workers, even though the owners of the industries have to do some social work, that is, they have to fulfill some social responsibility, and this responsibility is in a group. It's not one single man's work or responsibility, but that is the group work. That's why it's called corporate. What does that group do? That is the work of charity. That is what for the betterment of society, conservation of environment, that a few percent of their income they donate as the social cause, for the social cause, for the development of them. So let us see then, when an industrialist or a group of industries work for the betterment of the society and for the conservation of the environment, it is known as corporate social responsibility, CSR. So here an industrialist or a group of the industries, they are there to do the work of the development of the society. They provide helping hands, they donate their money for that social cause, right? It's their social responsibility to perform. Now, showing responsibility to the society by helping needy people or needy organizations is an important task here, the work, important work, that is to show this responsibility to that needy persons, those poor persons, and the help is desirable from such industrialist. With this objective, with this aim, when an industry or a group of industries have made a profit of 5 crore, they are expected to spend at least 2% of their profits to spend at 2% of their profit on acts benefiting the society. For this, their assistance in the area below is expected. So which areas can be benefited by their 2% of that income? That is the provision of educational facilities. So for example, in rural areas like that, to provide the books, clothes, uniforms, then bicycles. So such type of educational facilities are there to be given by this charitable work. Then the provision of facilities related to the health, as in education field, they also work in the field of the health for the betterment of the poor, that supply of the medicines and the treatment of the poorer, that is intended there. Then next is the development of the village or region. So the villages, their financial condition is weak. Such reasons are there. For the cause of constructing roads there, that at least residents there can have that houses, that is what we say pakka makan, in that way they can develop. Then establishing centers for people like environmental development centers, etc. So environment, its balance to keep, it is also important task. So for the cause of that they donate. There is a tax rebate on the amount spent by the industries or group of industries on various schemes under corporate social responsibility. So this is what we say, the tax has been pardoned. That is, that tax is what we say, they need not to pay a lot, only the 2% of the income of that they are being as an industrialist, they have to do it there. Then here industrialization and environment. What is the relation between environment and industrialization? So here you can see manufacturing includes processing of raw material in order to obtain the finished product. We have already studied that is the work of the industries they are performing. During the manufacture of the product, some harmful residual material, leftover material and pollutants are also left behind there. It can be the dust, smoke, then the water that is already used. As a result, there is pollution of air, water, noise and land. This type of pollution is termed as industrial pollution, caused by the industries. Right. Now, industrial pollution, the resultant environment and the problems relating to it are being seriously discussed at an international level. And you know that resultant, because of the result of these industries, right, that environment faces certain problems, and it has been becoming the serious problem of discussions at the international level too. For example, depletion of ozone layer that has been caused because of the harmful gases reaching to the sky. While deciding the location of industries along with the traditional factors, serious thought is being given to environmental factors. So you know that factories, those are harmful, dangerous in closeness of a resident. That becomes the determiner for establishing the company or the industry. Such type of the industries, those are harmful, where the harmful gases exert and can be risky or fatal or dangerous for the resident. It is being discussed. To control the pollution caused by industries, proper disposal of sewage and harmful residual and proper treatment of the pollutants should be done. And this is in that way this problem of pollution can be lessened. That disposal of sewage, that whatever garbage, harmful garbage, proper disposal of that should be done out of the cities, out of the town, it should be disposed. Then the fuel saving vehicles and other equipments must be manufactured. That vehicles, those are saving the fuel as well as those are not causing pollutant in environment. Pollution control, preservation of natural resources, environmental management, etc. are factors which must be taken into account. And which are the factors while establishing the companies? That pollution should be under control, then the natural resources should not be deteriorate or destroyed because of that, and environmental management means trees should not be cut, and that there should not be any kind of the risk for the environment. In India, in order to check industrial pollution, many laws and regulations have been framed, both at the national and the state level. For example, the Water and Air Pollution Control Act is there, that the conservation of environment is another act. The Central Pollution Board, Control Board of India, looks into prevention and control of pollution, and that board keeps control over the pollution, that to keep it under their control. In this context, in this relation, any contravention of these laws would mean that the management of the factory would be held responsible and would be liable for punishment. It means if any industry is going against these rules or the laws made, those deteriorate the environment, that can become the criminal offense, and that owners of that industries are liable to have the punishment, right? So this is what we have studied. Then in give it try. In India, many important public sectors undertakings have been established. Public sectors, private sectors. Their acronyms, abbreviated forms have been given there. Find out the long forms and write them down. It's activity you have to perform. For example, BHEL. The long form of the BHEL is Bharat Heavy Electrical Limited. Like that, others are there, or using the internet or dictionaries you can find out that BHEL, HAL, ONGC, NTPC, NTC, SHAL, GAIL, AG, etc. Right? So perform it this activity. Then here we conclude the topic industries. Now regarding the exercise, you have to solve it properly on the ruling page, and you have to submit it on your assigned and date of the day in the office, in the school office. Thank you.